Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Let's give it 2 minutes for everyone to make the coffee, everyone to jump up, and then we can start the live trading session. Let me also open the all the tools that I'll be looking forward to. Don't forget to like, share, retweet, comment, whatever. It helps a lot with the algo. And I do expect that the few people that are here to be the ones that genuinely put time and effort to make it. Because without that, there's no difference from you and a low effort person. All right. Let me. So you got the link in. Let me put it in the description. I see there's about 50, 60 people. So go retweet, comment, or like. It helps a lot. That's a token of appreciation, the only things that I'm asking. And then we can start doing the chart. What I'll be doing is actually get it from scratch because that's how I like to do it. Um, but I'll keep the levels right now. Those are some intraday trading levels. I'm deleting them right now, and then we can hop in to see what do we have. Yeah. All right. I think we can start. What do I have here? Bitcoin, perp, Binance. That should be all right. And then we can start with a weekly time frame. Yeah, I think I have multiple exchanges. Bitcoin USDT, P, Bybit, Bitcoin USDT, and this Bybit. Well, I think we can go with Bybit. I don't know lately, but structure was way cleaner on Bybit. Yeah, and then we can delete everything here, and we can just start it up. Okay, so 60, 70% there. All right, let's start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin, yeah. So my first area of interest, 82.5, was hit, repeating the same process analysis. Well, at least this to learn from everything that I'm doing, that if you do it on a daily basis with me, you will start understanding the process of framing everything. Yeah. All right. I like this zero point 0.5 and I like the 75 GAN level. Pretty nice, respected of the channel. So I agree with this one. We hit this flat bottom candle, definitely. It looks good for now. Um, but as I said, guys, I don't expect like from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles of downturn. I don't expect a V-shaped recovery, something like this, all of a sudden. So it will take time, all right? Definitely, I think at some point in time we'll retest 38.2, which will be the first high level of resistance. But I don't know where it falls for the moment. 236 also, but 38.2 is my main level. Hello, guys. So for the moment, it's not looking bad. Yeah, pockets there, value area low, not too interested. Let's look at some anchored view apps. This one and maybe this one. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Not bad. So we are below this one. Maybe it takes it as resistance initially. This is far away. All right. So it looks fine so far. Let's go on the 3 days analysis. 3 days definitely is not looking bad, but as I said, it will be taking some time. And you can see we are actually hitting this underneath uh, bearish retest for the moment because price basically went below. This was demand, supply, supply. So basically we went below this value area and we should take it as resistance. So we have our first underlying bearish retest of a previous key horizontal level. Therefore, the market should have a reaction here. So it's normal to have a rejection in this area. That would be the first area. Also, when we speak about value areas and ranges, you know me, I always play market level by level. And for me, everything is a range. And when I say everything, I literally mean everything. And for me, right now, we are sitting inside this value area, inside this range. The range from 88,000 to 74,000. All right. That's the zone where we are sitting right now. So let's see what we can do with the information that we have. Go back on the weekly maybe. So we already decided that we have lots of issues here and lots of resistance in this area. Let's go on the daily time frame. All right. So daily time frame, we've been discussing about this channel. Yeah. And you can see the market, it's taking it pretty nicely here as maybe I can change the colors, make it to okay. You can see the market's already reacting to it. What I was highlighting, I think it was on Bitcoin, USDT, this one. There you go. Oh, let me find which one it was. Damn it. Never, let's go back on the first one to finish my idea. So we bounced off the channel lows here. If we look at this trend line, for example, yeah, for example, and we have some unsolved issues, some unsolved stuff. You know, for me, weekend lows, they are a trap, and a lot of people just became bullish uh, on this Monday pump. But putting into perspective the location of the pump, the time, it's Tuesday, and how the market is looking on low time frame, I'm not bullish on this one. I was bullish here at 81,000. When we hit the key level at 88.6, I was bullish. I even mentioned I made a nice order flow analysis on X. A lot of people were yelling, well, you're stupid. It's not like that. It goes lower, 60,000, 55,000, stuff like that. Well, I don't quite care about that. I'm playing my levels and I'm playing market level by level. Therefore, I do think that the market will be going for a demand retest. Market is always doing that. And if it really wants to find the bottom, this big area from 84 to 80 will be tested. And we'll see how the market reacts there. So mainly, I'm looking for shorts here on 5-15 minutes, and I'll be looking for some longs here at the lows. I had some long positions. I took some profits here, nothing too fancy, and I'm looking to reload. Now, well, if you ask me, can we take some shorts or where we should be aiming for some short positions? It's a bit trickier because I don't have my Monday high swept. We have this this theme bar here, bearish one. You can see it already had a retest here by this candle. Flat bottom candle, so definitely the price will also go in this area. Let's zoom in a little bit. What I was expecting actually was the market to have another swing failure of this pivot high, sort of a 3 drives formation, and for me to short this one, sort of a distribution Wyckoff on low time frame. But sadly, I didn't have the occasion. Let's clean it a little bit, okay, because we are in a low time frame right now. If we are looking from a channel perspective, you can see the price is just grinding this one, taking resistance. I would scalp, honestly. I would look for a scalp around here at 38.2, I think. So I would be looking maybe for a swing failure of this pivot low if I get a chance. And here to get a little scalp long, because we also have this key horizontal level. So something like this. That would be a good one. And definitely I would be looking forward here. Yeah. I'd be looking for the push into the 90,000, maybe tap 90, where I have this red line. We also have the pocket 91,200. So we're right in the middle, and I really don't want to touch the market here. I'm not interested in taking any position in this area. We either go into 85,000, take some here, lots of liquidity, late longs that try to chase the move. Also, the order flow is kind of retarded because a lot of people started chasing last night. I saw around 50 to 150 million longs aping here at the top. This kind of things, they are making bulls' job actually harder. Uh, because market makers, what they're doing, actually, they're going for the money. So basically, if you are aping the top and not aping here at the lows like we did, I did mention here, should be the reversal, and you ape here, definitely the market will try to get you underwater, go for your stop loss here, or maybe for your liquidation. I don't know uh, where that would be, but I don't quite care. So having that in mind, I definitely look for either this area, yeah, here to be tapped, or maybe, yeah, we can speak about this one at 91,300. So I'll be looking for a internal setup, internal structure, something like this here and here. But it depends a lot on what do I get, like structure wise. I don't like to go straight and short the market without a clear model. That would be good. I'll be looking for this long here, something like this. I think should be fine. So this is the 1 hour time frame. I don't know. I was looking also maybe even lower time frame, 15 minutes. I like this area here where we have the previous 4-hour flat bottom candle. This would be an intermediate pivot low, but I don't like to have my stop loss below where everyone has the uh, stop loss. So, and I really don't like the fact that lots of people started longing here, and market makers, as I said earlier, will try to put them in a difficult position and bleed them until they close the positions, and then they put selling pressure on the market because that's how the market works. So yeah, as of a higher time frame, so this would be 15 minutes set on a 31 hour actually, 31 hour, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 1 hour setups and levels. Okay. Okay, perfect. So this is a 30 minutes, 1 hour. Now, if we go on 4 hours and you ask me where, then if we, well, I heard the bing on my template. So yeah, someone is selling. Binance actually started selling quite aggressively. Yeah, some big selling orders are coming in. Yeah, I'm not shocked. As I mentioned earlier, lots of people started taking a breakout long here, guys. And if you follow me for long enough, you don't want to be with the public. You want to be with the 8% or I think I give it a little bit too much. But you have to think in terms of liquidity. Stop thinking in terms of breakout. Breakouts only happen about 20% to 80%, 18% from the time. So that's not the probability that I would go to. You need to think, where is my highest probability play and how I can make money. And you can see here, for example, we just rejected the value area low of this previous range. It's even my daughter can draw these levels here. So pretty simple stuff. I'm not trying to overcomplicate the thing, so you'll say, well, man, I really don't understand how you get at those levels, but it's pretty straightforward and it's simple. It's only you who is overcomplicating the thing by just watching 10,000 accounts, 10,000 other opinions, and you don't care about your own opinion. That's the main issue. But I cannot help in that regard, and I don't think anyone can help you but you. So 4 hour to 8 hour, guys, it's still looking like on a downslope. Nothing. So we made the plan for 30 minutes, 1 hour. Now let's look at the maybe 4 hour to 8 hour. It's still looking like in a downslope. Period. Yeah. Yeah. All right. We have a bounce. We discussed about that specific bounce, but it's still looking like a downslope. We took this liquidity here, which I was aiming for, but if we go and look from a range point of view, as I was uh, encouraging you to do earlier, let's take the week high here of this range. You can see we are just playing back inside the range here. And you can see 75 GAN, 0.5 GAN, 25 GAN, 0. And same stuff, we had a bounce here, we had a bounce here from 0.5. So definitely will be definitely high probability will be going for 85,000, and then maybe again a retest of 0.5 here at 81,000. Level by level, you know me, you know how I'm playing the markets. I don't care about we go to the moon tomorrow or Bitcoin goes to $10 million or stuff like that in a few days tomorrow. I don't really care about that crap. All right, so nothing for the moment. Also, if you want to pinpoint a bottom, look at the trend lines. Yeah, downtrend. Okay, look at it, consolidated. I like it, and then breakout. Do we have something like that here? Okay, let's not take the big one because that one will take lots of time here. Okay, if we take this M top or this one, it will be taking lots of time. But let's go 4 hour even and look from this perspective. Let's take this one in consideration here. Do we see any price action on the other side? I don't see anything. Yeah, and look for something like that. I don't see anything. Actually, what you can see, it's actually we are exactly pinpoint accuracy rejecting that M top trend line. So not only that the price is not creating any bullish structure on the other side, price is actually rejecting it. So okay, maybe show me some strength. All right, just go sideways for a few days here. That would be something that I'm looking forward. And then I do think that the price, maybe we get the manipulation at the lows, deviation, and then we go here for the 99,000 level, which I was speaking about on the Friday. Uh, I don't like calling them threads, but Friday analysis, if I may. Until then, we are open to new swing failure of the pivot lows and definitely high probability play swing failure of the weekend lows. A lot of people DMing me, well, man, do you think it's having a bottom, a breakout? I don't know, man. We are playing level by level. I highlighted that we have a potential bottom here at the place, yes, but it's already played out and your profits should be already in your pocket, a part of them. You don't want to long 81,000 and then target $500,000 or irrealistic targets like that. all right? Because a lot of people, they are trying to take along here, yeah, I don't know, 10 Bitcoin, and then they target, I don't know, 55,000 and say, well, I didn't to profit. I was in good profits, man, but you said it will go to 1 million, or X influencer said 250,000. Play level by level, compound the profits level by level. This is one level. Next one is here. And compound those 1% here you made, 2% good, put it in your pocket. Then you make another 2% good, put it in your pocket. That's 4%. Next time when you take a trade, you'll have a way bigger position size. Yeah, that's another story. Okay, stop blabbing about that one. Definitely, I'm looking at this liquidity pool here at the lows. Let me also check MMT. I'm really curious about where is the most liquidity. Heat map and liquidations. 1 hour. 1 hour. I know you don't see the screen. So we have lots of activity. You know, I'm trading using the candles. I don't quite care too much about these indicators, but I'm using them as a confluence. Why I don't care too much? Because a lot of them, they are showing what I already know here. I already knew there's a lot of liquidity, but there's other ones like order flow analysis, which are really helping you in understanding the psychology behind the market. Like those $150 million started aping here, and instantly market punished them. So here, for example, on Bitcoin, we had instantly lots of people trying to long a potential breakout, and then market just instantly punish them. So I don't know. You don't want to be public. Look at this. So this was the potential breakdown. Look at this, 62, 60, and then 12. So we had about 120, 130 million trying to long this breakout. You can see it, and look at what the market did to them. So when you're thinking about, well, I should ape a position, you should think twice. I was having a very nice discussion with the guys in the VIP last night, and one of them was saying, Stefan, I really feel the FOMO of getting in a position right now when the market was pumping here. And he's for a good period already. He said, well, I should just journal what I'm feeling. And if I'm feeling that, it means that about 80% of the market participants are feeling the same. Yeah, that's about it. So, and not only that they are feeling the same on this rally and they are longing, market longing. You can see it here again. Look at the FOMO here. Not only that they are feeling the same, but they are executing. While you are already one step ahead of them. You're journaling, you put your emotions in check, and you know that based on what you feel and the inflicted emotions, most likely the market will punish them. So I like that. And I like how people are actually developing and evolving. Okay, enough with that rant. So main levels on 4 hours, it's 83,000, and I think I will look at 80.6 here at 81.5. So this is where are going to be my next two levels where I'm looking for longs on 4 hour, here and here. I don't know if these rants are useful for you or not, but you don't know how much psychology matters when you're trading. 4 hour levels. Psychology matters more than you know. All right, so that should be it for Bitcoin. Another ping, someone is selling again, big size. All right, we have a big M here, M top, so it's a bit late for me to short, honestly. If you want to go with something like this, 2 to 1, let me see. Daily Monday low. We don't have a 2 to 1 till Monday low, sadly, but you have a 1 to 1. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of trades like that. So I'm okay sitting and waiting. You guys are bored yet? Okay, let's stop the ranting and get actually in the proper trading. So the plans are made on Bitcoin, Ethereum. On Bitcoin, let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum, my first level was tapped here. This one was posted publicly everywhere. But what I didn't like, yeah, the fib level definitely changed a little bit, and actually it's in our advantage here. Liquidity pool didn't change. Actually, what it changed, the Fibonacci, and it's better now. Again, I didn't short it because I was sleeping here. It's 3 a.m., 2 a.m., so I need my sleep. And I learned not to chase because it always comes. The next bus, it always comes. Yeah, I'll be looking on that one too. I'll be looking on everything. So take your coffee. Be sure that you commented. You said, "Well, you're an ugly motherfucker, but I like your streams," and I learned a lot. Okay, so basically you can see it's an uptrend channel, but it's a slow grind to the upside. And usually when you get a slow grind to the upside, it will end with lots of people starting to FOMO in each top. And then what the market is doing is actually trapping longs on all the way up until they are getting washed out. So definitely I'm not interested in longing here. We looked at some longs around here. I didn't have my 61.8 retest after we took this pivot high. I was looking at this equal low sweep. I didn't have any, so I'm just waiting. I don't know if we have a 2-to-1. The stop loss it's too wide for my taste. I'm not a big fan of that. So I'm just waiting. Simple stuff. Short here, long here. Nothing too complicated. It's 1 hour executions. I know some people already took this short here, but they are on Asia. I saw some OGs from Discord took them. Proud to see that they are executing the plans. That's the way. I don't know. It's required to go on a high time frame on Ethereum. What do you guys say? You want a weekly time frame and monthly chart overview? I think we already did it. No? This is the first area of key horizontal demand. Range highs, range lows. You can see it here. This few months of trapped positions into this internal range. 1 week. What the price is doing, it's actually is trying to play this range here. So we are trying to sit back inside this one. And exactly when I was mentioning about this range, if you remember on X here, that, okay, if we lose 4,000, most likely we'll go to 2.7. Now everyone started saying that I'm retarded. Well, in hindsight, everyone is a genius, but when you put a finger on it and you call it, you are the most stupid person, as Litecoin intern told me. Told me that you're right, you're stupid. All right, enough with having fun. Well, I do think that if you go on a daily basis, I have lots of liquidity here. So, and not only that, but if we look at 88.6 fib, it falls exactly in place with that liquidity pool. Yeah, we have a big range here. So, and also if we look from a downtrend perspective, it's just grinding lower. So it will take time. I don't know if you saw that I made the GAN analysis regarding the velocity, the date range of the pump, and then how much I should expect or when I should expect the market to reverse. So that would be 22 December 29. That's the point where I expect a potential bottom to form, but nothing until then. And then that is solely based on GAN. We have a 2x1 model on Bitcoin. Yeah, we have a 24 bars with 12 bars. Yeah, 11 bars. And here we have once again 25 bars with, I'm expecting again 11 bars. So that would be 15, 22 December, that area. Yeah, if we get the same fractal model. So we might have more pain here. And usually after you get an aggressive dump like this, it will take time to form the bottom. Yeah. So I will actually start bidding once I get Ethereum 2.5, 2.3. Okay, enough ranting. And then some people will ask me, well, if you know that there is a probability for Ethereum to go there, why don't you market short it? You know those people? I get lots of DMs like that. If you know it goes there, I market short it because I saw that. And don't do that. Yeah, definitely can do better. All right, so Ethereum, we have Bitcoin. Ethereum, I'm actually, yeah, where, there you go, this one. Okay, so I'm interested in 2.7 thousand. This liquidity pool, it's my main area to go. Until then, I'm not interested in taking anything else in matters of longs. Uh, the Litecoin intern, man, that's a daily reminder for me, Dalmudi. That's a daily reminder, like Dostoevsky said that a smart person tells to himself at least once a day that he's stupid. So I think that's a good reminder for me, and I'll try to put that on my wall. So easy. Wait for Ethereum to get 2.7 thousand. I'm not interested until then. Yeah, the market is dumping. We have another inflicted PTSD Monday, where potentially we get the Tuesday top. So nothing we can do. I don't know if you understood anything from this review, but hopefully you did. Let's go on USDC. So indeed, USDC just swept this pivot high here into the range highs, but that doesn't mean that it will dump today. So we can still have a, what the hell happened? My trading view froze. Oh, never mind. So I'm just going to another. So we can still have a 61.8 retracement here, or even a 78.6, because that's how usually tops are forming. So we can easily see USDT dominance and USDC dominance pump back up here to test the supply. And only after that we can say, okay, look at it, rejecting, forming a low time frame Wyckoff distribution, and then we get the big M. So until then, most likely market will start rallying once again here. And the same stuff here on USDT. And especially USDT, because you can see here we had this aggressive wave, then we have sort of a 1, 2, 3, an ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's actually done. Then we can have the same stuff, sort of an ABC, and then we test 61.8 to 78.6. So I think market has some room to go up, the dominance of USDT and USDC, and that can push the yeah, the crypto the crypto market a little bit lower. You got a point. All right, should we go to majors like others? Are you guys entertained yet or not? Are you guys entertained yet? Someone was telling me that it's impossible when we had the pump here, the dump and the pump. I was saying that, well, an altcoin will only front run 61.8 if it cures cancer. You remember that? So I was telling you that an altcoin, only if it cured cancer, it will front run 61.8. There is no such thing for an altcoin to front run the GP. And if it front runs, then it means you don't want the position anymore. But that's some deeper discussion that we have to have we have to go along with. Essentially, if we are just continuing this downtrend here, I have to tell you a sad story. Even if the Bitcoin dominance is going up and yada yada, how Brian would say, ranting. Uh, I expect that if we just continue this downslope here, you can see just grinding lower, and not only that it's grinding lower, you can see here rejecting. We don't even have strength to push it a little bit further. You can see it's just rejecting from this previous area of support. It didn't have the proper strength. This is a 38.2, which I was looking at. It doesn't have strength to push there. Yeah, we can play some altcoins, but don't go with the FOMO from your Twitter wall where everyone's calling for an altcoin season. Please. So we can see here, let me get a squiggly out of there. You can see here that the downslope, it's still intact. The price still grinds lower and lower. We bounced off the first level. Now the next level should be around here. Now 78.6 should be a major level for altcoins. Altcoins, they absolutely love 78.6. And you can see we have a key horizontal level. And that maybe we can form some local lows. Ping, another ping I hear in my, someone is selling. Yeah, look at them. Well, I'm sorry for the, I don't know how to call them, but I wouldn't call them smart asses. For the ones who took this about 120 million in longs here at the local top. Now the people who were listening and avoiding the FOMO now should be really happy with the fact that they avoided that that stuff. All right, so still, I don't think any altcoin season will come. Sadly, I'm the new, bad news. How do you call it? Bringer. No altcoin season will come until we get some structure on the other side, and that can go a long period of time. We can get some sort of local bottom in December or 22 December, maybe we get something like this, then something like this, double bottom, so we form a W, we get the neckline, and price tries to break the neckline, we come back. We can also grind the trend line until zero. I'm joking, but you get that point. And then maybe we can get some structure and upward momentum from a Wyckoff accumulation. So it might take some time. What I'm more interested in is actually Ethereum, because altcoins will start run, the majority of them, only after Ethereum will start performing. So there's quite of time, and I know I don't think that the bear market is here. I said it. And now let's see how many followers and how many views I'm losing. It might take some time. It might take some time, guys. Let's go to total. Not a pleasant view, honestly. Go on weekly. We have this trend line here. What the price can do, it's actually fake. We can have a trend line liquidity grab. We can have something like this. We had the same stuff on Ethereum, if you remember. We had exactly the same trend line liquidity grab. Price was spending so much time in that fake out move. Let me show it to you. Yeah, you can see the trend line here, which you should see it at least with your naked eyes. Here, you can see it spent a lot of time. We spent a lot of time here, and then the market just reclaimed and retested. So there is a pretty good probability we hit 2.4 and then market reclaim. So I think we have exactly the same scenario here. Well, I don't care, Claudio. I don't think in terms of bull and bear, especially not when I'm trading. So I don't quite care in what environment we are, because we are making daily profits from trading. So I'm not interested. For me, bear market would be the last of this pivot low on total. So this would be confirmation of bear market for me. This pivot low. Like we had here, this is the confirmation, you can see it. And then you start the big ass consolidation of the bear market. All right, so total 3. I didn't even knew that we have total 3 ES, so it's excluding stables. I was highlighting this plan this morning on Twitter. So same stuff, downslope, and then the price finds some structure on the other side of the channel, descending channel, and then we can form a local bottom. I'm interested in anything below 50, 500 to 400. So altcoins, stuff like that. For example, ICP. I'm really bullish on ICP. I don't know if you saw caffeine AI, but I am buying the shit out of ICP. What's below $4, $2, stuff like that. I really like it. I like those levels. I managed to buy some here at the lows. I did sold because I like to get my sell half on a double. But essentially, what we see here, it's a market maker buy model, a reaccumulate. This is an accumulation in process, and this was market maker's way of testing the supply. So this huge pump was a test pump. This is not retail. It's not a retail who pumps a shitcoin from 2.7 to $10. It's market makers, and they do this kind of things mainly to test the supply areas and actually to test the waters to see if the market is ready, and essentially to wreck more people because a lot of people started buying here at the highs. And if you tell me now it's impossible, well, I can show you some DMs. Some people started longing here the breakout because some influencer called breakout. You can see the breakout here. No shit. Don't believe the breakouts, guys. Uh, and they were asking me, well, do you think it can go to $4 because my liquidation is there? And I didn't answer because I don't have time. If you follow me, you know my answer. So put the time and effort. I always highlight that, put the time and effort. So I was to total tree. I was discussing about the total tree. This one, it needs more time on the other side of the trend line. It's a range, so nothing else. For me, I absolutely love trading ranges. Maybe you say that I'm a range retard, but you can see here, deviated below this pivot high. You can see deviated, it sent it to range lows. Deviated, range lows. You can see it here, range lows. That's how the market moves. And I get when you see the chart like that, you have no idea what is going on. You'll say, oh my God, look at this trend line. It's breaking down. We are in the bear market. Calm down. Six-pack Joe, how about I say? Calm down. For me, it's just a range. That's all. It's a reaccumulation phase. Yes, it might be. It might be a reaccumulation phase. It can shit the fan here and take this equal lows. Yes, it can. It can definitely do that. But I don't care what the market will do. I care what I will do when I get my levels. And I'm trying to make you understand that you don't care about where the market is going. You care about what you will do when the market gets to your point of interest. All right? Oh my God, I'm blabbing away already for too long. Okay. All right. All right. Well, about 100 people, and well, that's all right. Okay. Well, looking at the aggregated data, exchanges are selling. I can see Binance selling and Coinbase, definitely. I see big spot unloading by Binance this morning. So they are unloading some nice stacks of Bitcoin. I will start taking okay, I will start taking requests from you guys slowly. First, let's go and look at my shitcoins list here. Chill guy, let's see what's going on. This should be my list. 4 hours. Well, not bad, but still not interested. Kaito, Tao. So don't ask me again about Tao, please. Yeah, don't ask me again about Tao. I already gave you all my levels on Tao. I said you've been sold the top as a great buying opportunity here. If you are one of them, you either start learning and put your head and ass to work. Otherwise, just don't waste your time with watching my videos, please. It didn't cure cancer, so 78.6 is my level. After it cures cancer, maybe I'll reassess my levels, but it didn't cure anything. So I still think you can see this one. It's a previous supply and demand zone. Supply, demand, supply. So most likely price once it gets here, it goes lower. And I don't care about the 400,000 influencers that told you it's a breakout. Right? I really don't care. So my main areas, I have bid orders by like 235 to 70 to 17, and then 166. And then some people ask me, well, do you think it will go there? Because my liquidation price is 180. I don't care if it will go there. What I care about is how I will execute my plan if the price goes there. It's a big difference. So I don't care where the price goes. I care what I do when the price goes there. Like for example, when the price went to 500 bucks, I sold half on a double. I sold half on a double here and I started shorting here. All right, let's go AR. You know, I'm quite bullish. Oh my God, Dalmudi. Ah. Well, that's a deep one, Dalmudi. AR, I'm still interested in longs. This is still market maker buy model. This is still a market maker buy model. And I still aim to accumulate here at the lows. So anything below $4, this area, which where we started the one second, where we started this leg up, this expansion, that's the area where you want to look for longs. What analysis you want, Otto? So this is my main area to accumulate. Yeah, here. Anything around here, it's good. Below 4.2, 3.5, that's all right. Now, it might take some time, yeah, but it showed you the sign of strength here. Yeah, it showed you. It was a 157 pump. Yeah, 156, 157. That's AR, 8 atom. Looking great. I hear pings again, so someone is selling. Yeah. So not too fancy. Not too fancy. Yes. Well, I don't know. But what I do know is that we should take the lows of the 10 by 10 candle. We avoided it we made the equal lows here. So I do think those equal lows will be taken. I do think we'll have a decent reaction here at the M neckline, and then we tap range lows and deviate. But I do think that will go higher essentially. Gold, well, you have the plans from Otto. I don't think I need to go on gold. He managed perfectly to short here. I know he was looking for longs here. So you're in a good spot with Otto. And oh my God, what do you have here? I remember this one. There you go. So this one was the Fetch AI plan. You can see I was expecting a resistance here, bounce. It played out perfectly. What it didn't play out as I like. We didn't had an attempt here at the range highs. So we didn't have any attempt here at the range highs. So that implies some more weakness. Let me check FED USDT because I should have some plans around here. Yeah, you can see what I have here. This is a major pivot level. And you can see we even tapped it. You can see every big move started from this 0.2. 0.2 tapped here, here. So this is my major to go level, and major hold level. I don't know about that one, and I really don't care about. It can be 80 projects combined, but I still think it will perform. If you want to buy a good value area, then you should look at 24 and 20. That would be my main areas to go. Let's finish my list and then we go uh, on requests. Well, Anna came to my main area of interest, but I think it will seek even harder, even lower. The downslope, it's damn clear here, nothing to argue against, but definitely we are coming in an area um, where you might want to position yourself. Will be looking ugly as crap. Then, I think this one I was making some jokes with the breakout traders, I think. No? Yeah, I think so. I think so. CFX, Binance. What I'm looking for here. Range lows, but I don't think this is the whole analysis. I think I made some analysis on other exchanges. Bybit? No. Binjex? Maybe. Whatever. We can make it from scratch, not a problem. So you can see, actually it was Binance. You can see what I'm looking for. It's actually a breakout from this descending slope. Yeah, and each time we had that one and the market started to range, we had an attempt to the mid-range. So there's some nice risk to reward in this one. Once we start accumulating on the other side of the trend line here at the range lows, and it's a very, very good opportunity for a fast 2x because you can see the pump was really a really quick one. Same stuff happened here. Yeah, you can see the trend line. So I do think that we start an accumulation phase on CFX and we'll start performing soon. Yeah, silver is looking good, but silver is for schizophrenic people. I don't like not trading it's silver. If you want to invest, yeah, but trading silver, you must be crazy to trade silver. Again, pinging. Well, again, selling. BNB, I don't like it. TRB, XRP. And I was not making fun because if we go on 12 months and 6 months, you can see the attempts of different coins into this 6 months fair value gaps. You can see here. So, and a lot of altcoins, if you go on 6 months, you can see actually this one, injective, this is the level where you should start bidding from 6 to $3, and this $3 level was really the level to go for. Now we came back inside the value area. So what is below 6 to 3? That's a good area to nibble. Will this project perform? I don't know, but having a bag is not a bad idea. I do remember when everyone was chilling here. Everyone was chilling here at $40 that it goes to 400. Now it's 10 times lower. Say it lost some key pivot levels. I'm looking for 0.1, something like this, 0.1. That's the main area. Litecoin, my beloved Litecoin intern. Today I have to remember myself again. That's the reminder of the day that I'm a stupid person. We rejected 706. I do think that the price will seek exactly the same level. I'm not bullish. I mean, I want to give it a little bit more hope because we have this key horizontal. So I'm looking for this area for a reaction. If not 60, 64. So it should go way lower than that. Filecoin, it's exactly the same stuff like I was looking at on AR and Dusk. For me, it's looking good. This was a market maker supply test. Solana. Everyone is asking about Solana. Well, I don't know if you go on 12 months, no, 6 months, let's go. Was a funny one. You can see XRP had a punch of this level, 79 bucks. So I think it will be some point in time when Solana will tap that one. Few months, 4 months, 4 months, I said, okay. Yeah, it's a big range in the end. That's why I treat it like this. Even when the price was here, 3 days. Even when the price was here and I was screaming, okay, I might start shorting Solana and look at the below 115. Again, I was a stupid one. So here below 120, it's a good value area for getting some Solana if you want to play the range game, but not if you want to, I don't know, go with a big stack. Doge is quite disappointing, but I get it. I mean, this one when moves, you can see it moves. So same stuff here. We have the downslope and then breakout, same stuff. So I do expect, no, maybe not looking at that one. Let's look at this M top here. So I do expect that once the price is finding a local bottom and stops bleeding and gets on the other side of the trend line, that will be the time for Doge to outperform. So what do I see here on a lot of altcoins? It's a little bit premature to call anything, and there's a big probability that we'll have more time than we think to accumulate them. And maybe banner cycle it's real, and 2026 is the sell where you want to sell your bags. Yeah, I think people are getting bored with this live. Hyper liquid. I think I have a big plan here. Ah, there you go. I'm interested only below 25 bucks. I'm not interested in buying anything here. You can see this was my main area of support. Now it flipped it into resistance. So still lower, the same stuff. You can see the descending channel. Yeah, nothing too interesting. All right, so let's get into some requests. Let's speak about some charts that you might be interested. Um, I hope you had patience to look at the charts. I think I did a okay job, a mediocre job in explaining some levels and maybe making you understand that you might not want to FOMO in the yesterday move. I know how many of you managed to not FOMO in that move. I think that PJ already took a look at Eva, so I don't want to repeat the charts, but I'll do take a look. Yeah, daily W is there. Daily W is there. Let's go on 4 hour. And what do I like on it? What do I like on it? Is this range lows reclaim, and then most likely the price will go here. So you can see that the price is sitting inside the range here. Range lows, range highs. So I do think that anything below $1, it's a good for, and with the target to 1.2. I wouldn't necessarily long here. I don't like the location. Maybe I'm a bit too greedy. And I would look for a potential inverse head and shoulder play here. But even that, I don't have the risk to reward, so I would even be greedier with the 61.8 retest maybe here at the lows. BCH, Bitcoin Cash. BCH. Let's look also at Bitcoin Cash USDT, and then you look at Bitcoin Cash Bitcoin. So what I was looking for here on Bitcoin Cash weekly. So I was implying a big range here on, I already made the analysis. So range highs, channel. I was doing this analysis because mainly Wiz was Stealing it hardly here as another buy opportunity. On daily, it has a big M. We can see it. But in the end, I think it's a range inside a bigger range. You can see we have a bigger range inside the range. We have the mid zone here as a bounce area, so most likely the price will go again to 480, and then 330. Let's. I already spoke about Solana. I don't like to speak 10 times about the same chart because if I do that, we will end up speaking only about one chart. So please pay attention. I don't care, Jade. I don't care if it's done. I don't care about this kind of things. I care about trading in charts and my plans. I don't care about the privacy meta. Let's look at Aster. Yeah, Bitcoin Cash is looking like wants to send here on the Bitcoin pair. But also you can see we have the first resistance area. So I wouldn't get too enthusiastic about this attempt here. This is key supply zone right now. Aster. Aster, I posted a short about Aster. And again, the big fans of Aster started calling me retarded. There we go. This is your Aster. Lower. I still expect lower. We should go to $1 or 90 cents, somewhere around here. XRP. Here, once again, I was seeing everyone calling breakouts and said, okay, I think this one worth the short. And that was it. It wasn't a bad idea. XRP. Well. Daily still looks like going lower. 1 hour, 4 hours. Maybe we look for a scalp long around here in this area. Yeah, it seems like this one was quite strong. You can see the impulsive move was there. Let's look at this one. 38.2 maybe. Yeah, we might have an initial bounce around here. But I don't want to be catching falling knives. In terms of key horizontal, yeah, I have this level. And this one. Not great, not terrible. Dash, the old shitcoin. I already have an analysis on this one. As I explained here in this analysis on weekly time frame, we had an attempt. Look at this was once again the market maker supply test. Now it will bleed down to the downside, most likely get back inside the range. And we have this big ass range, mid range, which is 43 area. So first station should be 43, and then we have the 21 station, which I don't know, we'll get it. I think so. I think so. We'll see. So you can see it's just going lower and lower and lower. We had good short opportunity here. If you go on a weekly time frame and manage to take a short here, man, that was a nice one. Really nice one. It happened at 2 a.m., 6 a.m. for me. I was sleeping. I don't have any thoughts. The only recommendation is stay out. I don't care about. So let's speak about this psychology, because a lot of people, they are just you guys are thinking too much and overcomplicating the things. You don't want to care about the data release. You really don't want to care about data release. You want to care about what you will do when the data is releasing. So you want to sit with your hands under your ass and have patience. And as Dalmudi was saying here, definitely, I mean, I repeat, I didn't saw an altcoin that cured cancer and front run some key levels like 78.6 or 88.6. 88.6 is actually the zone where altcoins are having an affair and they're having a bounce. So 706, 45, and then we have actually we have also the SMA, so maybe this one will 200. There you are. It's actually exactly the same location. Uh, so basically we should look for lower. KMD, Komodo, Komodo. Yeah, it's looking interesting. Not bad. Man, what is doing there? It's sitting for it's sitting for weeks. It's not a good area to nibble some. Let's look at KuCoin, KCS coin. I think someone mentioned it. Hmm. Nah, someone is selling. I hear the pings. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not interested in this one. So let's look at the solely Bitcoin and in Ethereum. We have the previous day high. If we lose the weekly open, it will teleport to previous day low. Will I play a Monday low? Maybe. But if you go previously on the last 8 weeks, you will see that Monday low wasn't the play, and you will see that Monday high wasn't swept. So they created this pattern where they inflict sort of a PTSD, and it's quite hard to trade, honestly. It's quite difficult. Mina, yeah, I like Mina. I have a back, spot back. I like the structure. I don't like anything else but the structure. Uh, I do think that we have a market maker buy model here in action. What I liked about it at that point in time, I even tried the long here. I took the stop loss. Was the fact that price reclaimed above, but you can see price it's actually retracing the pump. So that was a test pump. We can go here to initial pivot low, and once again, I will be looking for a long position around here, 0.1. Anything below, it's a good opportunity. XVG. Ah, what I didn't like about this one, and I have a stinky bid. Look at what I don't like about this one. So each pump started with a sweep of this pivot low. Even this one, even this one. This one, you can see it created equal lows. That's what I was implying here. So I already had the plan. I don't know, but I would wait. I would put my retarded tinfoil hat and go with some limit orders here at this 31 level. Well, all the altcoins are looking like that. Just yeah, XVG. I know it has its big accumulation range, and I like the fact that once it explodes, it just instantly does sell half on a double. I like that. Cake, Cake USDTP. Maybe I have some drawings here on Cake. Cake USDT. No, I don't have too many drawings. Let's simplify it. You can see we lost this pivot high. We lost it. Now price should go for the next area of support, which is here. So lower. Simplified overview. Reject here, go here. We are already almost 1 hour and a half into the live. Damn, that's something. I'll take 2 more requests and then we can call it a session. We'll be also live in the New Year trading session with PJ. So if you have any more questions or requests, please let me know. If not, we can call it a live. Make a little review, a little update of what we discussed about Bitcoin. These are my levels. So where I would execute some setups here at 85,000 and short at 89 and short at 91. My main levels, we tap 61.8. I think we'll have some sort of bounce here with a sweep of the previous 4-hour low. I think previous 4-hour low was here actually. Oh no, that's the flat bottom candle. All right. Ethereum. Well, nothing too interesting. I'm honestly waiting either for $3,000 previous day high, either for 78.6 liquidity pool. I don't want to touch the price here. Yeah, that's true, Dalmody. That's true. I saw even a trend line trying to break out there. Jasmine. I think I have some analysis on Jasmine. Well, you can see we are at some important levels here on Jasmine, but it looks heavy. And if it's losing those levels, which I was looking for initially, we might go for the next one. So you can see the next one should be 52, this area. We lost already this. You can see this was the pivot, main point of interest pivot. And now the price is just going lower. It doesn't look great. It looks heavy. The down slope is there. It's clear that wants to go lower. Luna. No, it's looking bad. Even daily is looking bad. Well, the last one, and I'll call it a session. Ava, same stuff. It's not looking great. Not even on 1 hour. I want to see, so what I mean by it's not looking great, I want to see the price just stopping from this bleeding, downward bleeding, forming some sort of sideways consolidation, then maybe I'm interested in something. For the moment, market is not looking great. Well, I think we can call it a session. We explained some trades here, which I will take. For Ethereum, exactly the same stuff, but if you want to go with a limit order at 78.6, you're my guest. I don't think this, no, it's not. I think it changed. Yeah, it changed. If you want to go with a limit order here at 78.6, 88.6, you're my guest. It's always a good level for Ethereum. I'll look for an SFP here. Yeah, 3000 level, swing failure, liquidity grab, maybe a low time frame model, and then I will trigger some shorts. Have patience for the plans to trigger and don't try to FOMO, because you see, it's a very good example. The pump which we had there yesterday, it almost retraced fully. Maybe you learned a thing or two from me, or absolutely nothing. It's up to you. That being said, thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. We'll see you in 4 hours from now with PJ at the New York trading session. It will be live, so it will be live for public, so everyone can join if you're on Discord. If not, well, I can't help you. Thank you very much. Bye bye.